Hey guys, it's Graham.
And Maya.
And we are rebranding our YouTube channel. Last year we started and we were just trying to do like a lifestyle type vlogs and stuff like that. But in this new year, we're actually both kind of been recently on a lot of lifestyle changes, particularly with our health. So we thought that this year we could kind of make this channel more about that. I personally want to use this to kind of keep myself more accountable and also to be able to like look back and see the changes that I've made. So today in this video, we're going to be talking about our New Year's resolutions and also just kind of like introducing ourselves in more of like a health way and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm excited to start this new channel, this new rebranding. So I hope you guys enjoy So if you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, just give it a thumbs up and keep watching.
Yeah. Okay, so to start out with, I'm gonna kind of be talking about first of all my reasons for why I am kind of like doing this lifestyle change and why I've been working at that. First of all, I'm under no like illusions that I'm like some fitness guru or like that I know like that much about fitness, but I do know that what I'm doing is making me a happier person, and if I can share that with you guys and maybe someone gets something good out of that, then that's kind of why I'm doing this. Okay, so to start out with like background information, for the majority of my life, from like middle school up until early high school, I was fairly not active. I kind of just like hung out and like read a lot and stuff like that, which is great, but I was not active at all, and I wasn't particularly healthy. I was a little chunky, but I think that a lot of us go through like stages like that in middle school. Middle school can be rough, but towards the end of middle school and the beginning of high school, I started dancing. At first it was just like recreational, and then it kind of became more competitive. That kind of challenged me to be a more healthy person, be more active and fit, but even still, I wasn't being really physically challenged a lot, so I started doing cheerleading. 6 years later, I am a collegiate D1 cheerleader, which is really awesome, and I really like wouldn't trade it for the world. But even still, I think that makes me a fairly active and healthy person, but it's still kind of hard to achieve all the health goals that I'm looking for. So yeah, cheerleading has really helped me to be a more active person, and I think that it's really like made me a more confident person. I was a person that really lacked a lot of confidence before I started cheerleading, especially at a higher level. However, I've always struggled with negative self-image and lack of self-confidence. I've always just felt like really bad about myself and had like a really negative opinion of myself and my body. And so like that combined with anxiety and depression has really like, every time I feel like I'm like getting on the right track and like getting to be a more healthy person, I think that that's kind of holding me back because I get really down on myself. So that's another thing that I kind of wanted to hit on, is that I'm very open. I think that everyone should be about their mental health issues. I've been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and major depressive disorder. That's just something that I deal with. I think that a lot of the problem with mental health, and like especially in this country, is that people don't talk about it. There's absolutely nothing to be ashamed about. It's just a chemical imbalance in your brain. It's like nothing different than like asthma or something would be to someone. It's not something that you can change, and it's something that you just have to work at, and like that you can treat in lots of different ways. Anyway, back to how that's affected my like health journey. It's kind of caused me to be less of a happy person in general, but I've been working through it, and pretty much just I want to improve my quality of life and to love myself more, and so that's what kind of why I've come up with the resolutions that I've come up with, and we're gonna get into those. But first, Maya.
Okay, so growing up, I never like really did any sports. In elementary school, I never did sports. In middle school, I did competitive cheerleading for a few years, but back then I never really like had problems with my weight up until about like high school. I started like becoming more self-conscious, and I think that's mostly just due to like the pressures a lot of girls can be faced with trying to look like everyone else. So I started to feel like insecure back then, and I would always get on these like random like fad diets, like 2-week diets, like smoothie diets, all that stuff. And while they would work, nothing lasted, which was been my problem, is finding something that I can like consistently keep up with. So once I got to college, I started noticing a big like change in my weight, because it's hard to like, it was hard for me at least to eat healthy in the dining hall, living in a dorm. I lived in a small dorm with just a mini fridge, so my only option like was to eat in the dining halls, and of course I was picking like the most unhealthy options. So I had to like really change my mindset and not try to lose weight to look like other girls, or to like, I had to lose weight to like be happy with myself, and just to be healthier too. That was my main motivation, was to be healthy. Like the food I was eating was making me feel like weak and tired all the time, and I couldn't like focus as good. And changing like my lifestyle and my diet and like my mindset going into the diet has really helped it actually like stick and last. So yeah, I'll get more into that later too, but that's like really been my journey so far. It's been pretty recent that I've been like working with it, but it's been paying off. So
Yeah, and same here for me, is that I've kind of had like a really unhealthy relationship with food until the past few months, like the past, I guess, 6 months, where I kind of just like would either be eating whatever I wanted, or like barely eating anything.
yeah,
I
like
struggled.
I wasn't using food as like a way to like fuel my body. I was using food as like a way to like cope and like deal with like boredom, honestly. Like that was a big thing, was just I would be bored, so I was like, what can I eat? I'm bored.
Well, like it can have an effect on your mental health and your emotional health and your physical health, obviously.
Yeah.
People think about food being like the fuel for your body, for like your physical body and like stuff like that, but really in all aspects of the way, like, okay, wait, in all aspects, what you put into your body is what you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
So like that includes your emotional state and your mental state, mental clarity, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know I like can totally agree with you with the dining halls too, and especially with me like struggling. I struggled a lot my freshman year. I think a lot of people do, especially in the dorms.
Yeah, freshman 15 is like a thing. That's why it's
so
such a
real.
like common thing.
Yeah, and everyone, like, I think that everyone has their own like struggles, especially I think that like going into college really exacerbates those struggles, because it's like your first time alone.
Yeah.
So like I was sad, and so to combat being sad, I would go to the dining halls, like do this. But my problem too is, not only was I eating unhealthily, I would go on these like random, like you were saying, binge diets. So I would just be like, okay, I'm not gonna eat. Like I'm gonna eat like 2 things a day.
Yeah, it's not like sustainable. Like the diets I was doing, the reason they didn't stick was because I can't live on 1,000 calories a day. That's not, for me, that's like not even healthy. That's what I was trying to do, these like super low calorie diets. And your body needs food. 1,000 calories, for me, I don't think for most people is not like enough food. And that's why those diets like for me weren't working.
Especially not being an active person.
Yeah, exactly.
And like in college, which like this is not a college video, but like in college you walk around a lot, you have to be like moving, and yeah, absolutely, you have to put things in your body that are going to fuel your body. And that's kind of the issue too, is like even if you're eating really low calories, or cutting out specific things out of your diet or whatever, really just eating really low calories and not being really mindful, or even not even tracking your calories, that's kind of like an issue too, just like not eating a lot and just being like, well, I'm just not going to eat a lot. That's not going to help you lose weight anyway. Like that's really, because you're just going to bounce back from that. Even if you do lose weight in the short term, it's really unhealthy. It's just not a good way to do it.
Yeah, one thing I had to wrap my head around was like, if you really want to lose weight long term and have it stick with you, it can't be a 2-week diet. It has to be like a complete lifestyle change. So that was my problems before going in with it. I was like, how can I lose weight as quickly as possible?
Right.
And even though like if you may lose weight really fast, like it won't stick.
Well, I think what like you're kind of trying to say is like, not only like it has to be sustainable, because if you do this crazy, insane, like really unhealthy, you're not tracking your macros, or you're not tracking your calories, you're not being mindful about what you're putting in your body, you're just like cutting out stuff, or like just eating smoothies, or just doing this, that's not sustainable for long term. You're not gonna be able to do that forever. If you did do it forever, you'd be wildly unhealthy. So when you have to finally stop your crazy fad diet, you have not gained any like skills, like health skills to keep that going. So like if all I'm doing is eating smoothies all the time and then I stop doing that, I'm not gonna know how to eat a more balanced diet because all I know is how to eat all smoothies and crappy food.
Yeah.
So I think that's what you're kind of like, that's kind of what I got away from it, is like you bounce back because you didn't learn anything and you didn't improve your lifestyle at all.
Yeah, and this is us talking from like personal experience. This is
Right.
what I did all the time, was these like quick 2-week diets, and then after the diet's over, I go back to eating how I was eating. So it's like, yeah, I was eating good for 2 weeks and I lost the weight, but what's the point if I gained it all back and now I'm unhealthy again?
Okay, and so that brings us to now. We talked about our past, and now we're kind of like going to tell you guys about the future. And so for our 2019, we've kind of come up with some resolutions, and we're going to kind of go into those, and then also how we're applying them. And so Maya's going to start out.
Yeah, so as far as goals and resolutions, I do have a lot, but as far as just my fitness and like wellness goals, my goals for this year are to lose like 5 more pounds. I've already lost about 16. I want to lose like 20 pounds, but I want to gain like 5 pounds back just in muscle. I want to continue eating healthy. I want to continue intermittent fasting, which I'll talk about later. It's what I'm doing now. Really my goals for this year are to just continue on like the momentum I'm going now. So it's not so much that I have like a lot of changes to make. It's really just consistency is my goal, staying consistent with what I'm doing, not falling off. Yeah, that's my main goal, is just stay consistent.
Yeah, so my resolutions are fairly similar. Of course, not the same numbers, but I definitely want to get rid of any extra body fat that I have on my body, which is not a lot. And unfortunately, I'm really tall, so kind of you don't really see it very much. It's like kind of stretched out. But I want to lose that body fat, the last bit of body fat, get more into like closer to like a 15 to 12% body fat percentage. I want to gain a lot of muscle and just be kind of more toned. So the way that I've been doing that so far, because like we're a couple weeks into 2019, I think it's good that we're doing this now because like you can see how we're actually applying our resolutions.
Yeah.
How I've like been doing that now is just like working out every day. Are we doing this yet? Am I supposed to be talking about this yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Okay, so how I've been doing that so far is by I go to the gym every day. I have one rest day, but I do a little bit of cardio and like stretching and stuff like that on that day. But just hitting all the main muscle groups, making sure to get some cardio in. Not any crazy cardio, just because you get some cardio out of weightlifting and stuff like that. And then eating much more clean. I'm trying to eat less processed food and definitely cut down on carbs, get a higher protein intake. For me, it's really hard. I don't really eat that much to begin with, so it's kind of difficult for me to get the amount of protein that my body needs, but I've been focusing on that. And yeah, just cutting down carbs. I'm not really worried about fats. I'm trying to get healthy fats, like from like nuts and stuff like that. But yeah, just trying to cut out as much carbs as possible while like maintaining a healthy eating habit. And like with that, just like loving myself more. I have like a lot of self-hatred that I've been working on, and I just like, it's so hard because if I would just like spend the energy and the time that I spent like having self-doubt and hating myself on just like bettering myself, I mean, I'd look phenomenal by now. I'd have nothing to hate on myself about. But so in 2019, I'm just trying to kind of focus on loving myself more and being a little bit kinder to myself. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. I'm definitely trying to just become more confident this year, just in myself and like where I'm going. I'm graduating hopefully this year or early next year, and I feel like not being like confident in who I am now is just going to make that process a lot harder. So I'm definitely trying to gain more confidence through just a healthier lifestyle. I'm intermittent fasting right now, so I only have a certain like hours where I eat, so that helps me really control like how much I'm eating. And also just besides weight loss, intermittent fasting has so many other benefits, like improves your mental clarity, improves your metabolism. There's just like the list goes on with the benefits from intermittent fasting. So yeah, so what I've really changed about my lifestyle now is I'm also trying to cut out processed food. It's hard to like completely cut out just because it's just hard.
Yeah,
But for
it's
the
everywhere.
most part, like, I do try to be very mindful of the processed food I'm putting in my body, as well as I'm just eating a lot cleaner. I stopped eating so many like chips and all those, like, just stopped snacking so much as well. That was my problem, with snacking like all night. And what else have I done? I go to the gym 5 days a week now, Monday through Friday. I also hit all the main like muscle groups. That's been really that's been at first that was a challenge, just because I would used to use any excuse to not go to the gym, but now I find myself like that being my favorite part of the day. So working in like a workout routine has been really
Beneficial.
yeah. So incorporating a consistent workout routine has been really beneficial, and just I've had more energy. I feel better. I actually sleep better now. Like, I just feel better when I leave the gym. So that's been a big part of my like journey, is figuring out like a consistent workout routine and actually sticking with it.
Yeah. I've been doing some intermittent fasting too, not to the extreme that she has. But yeah, just trying to be more purposeful. I think it's really easy, especially in college, when your life is kind of crazy. I have a really crazy schedule. I know she does too, with like work and stuff like that. So you just it's like really hard to be really purposeful and like make really like sound decisions. It's just easier to be like, oh, well, whatever, I'll just eat this, or I'll just like watch Netflix tonight. And like, you can still do those things, but it's just like, well, first of all, you can do whatever you want. I don't really care what you do. I want you to be happy, but like, I'm just telling you what's helping me be a happier person. And yeah.
Yeah, I even had to start with like the little things, like if getting a journal just to write down and fitting. What helped me the most with getting consistent and going to the gym was like fitting into my schedule and not making an excuse like, oh, I don't have enough time, my schedule's too busy to go to the gym. But like finding a time in the day and fitting it into your schedule, whether if that means you need to get a journal or like a daily planner or something to like keep track of yourself and stay consistent. That's like something that I had to do at first to really help me out, because that's the hardest part, I feel like, for me, was like being purposeful and making the time. Like, that's can be hard, especially in college, because you're just so busy with classes. Yeah.
And I think I would say the biggest takeaway is a few things. There's a few takeaways. Is that, one, even the tiniest change, like even the smallest change, like getting up earlier and like doing literally 2 push-ups before you leave for class. Not drinking soda, drinking more water, like switching to diet soda. These little changes, they may not have the biggest effect on you physically, but just having the willpower and making the decision, my voice is like so, sorry. Having the willpower and like making the conscious decision to make a change in your life for the better is so empowering, and it will really like, or in my experience, it has really made it so much easier to make even more positive changes, because you're like, well, that felt kind of good to like make a decision and stick to it. And like we said, we're by no means like experts.
Yeah, no, we're not experts at all. We have done our research, and that's like, if you're gonna take any of these tips, I would suggest you do your own research as well, because everyone's different. What worked for us might not work for you. What works for you might not work for us. You really do have to take what you hear into consideration and then do your own research. So, but back to what he was saying, I do think another takeaway is like, don't restrict yourself too much. That's what also makes diets pretty hard, is like when you feel like you're being restricted and you can't like enjoy yourself. You only have like one life. You do need to enjoy it and not be miserable because you're eating like super clean and you're working out and you're hating it or whatever.
I'm so sorry. It's also really hard to work out and eat clean when you're sick. So you guys just
drink
be
your
happy
vitamin
for me,
C.
okay?
But yeah, so don't restrict yourself too much. If your friends are going out, go out with them.
Yes.
Have some food, have fun, and then just pick back up the next day. Like, you don't have to be miserable and be healthy.
Yeah. Like, hate to break it to you, but unless you have like a serious health problem, one night of eating what you want,
you're fine. And that's something I had to realize. That's something I had to realize for myself, because I was always like, oh, I can't go out tonight, I can't do this tonight, I can't do anything, I can't hang out because I don't want to like break my fast. And then I realized, well, if I go out and I eat at like 10, just wait.
Yeah.
a few hours later to eat the next day. Like you can
Yeah.
do it and still be happy
Yeah.
and enjoy yourself, which is like the most important part. You need to enjoy yourself. If you're happy with your diet and you're happy with how you're feeling, it's going to make you even more motivated to keep doing it. If you're having a miserable, terrible time, you're not going to keep, you're not going to be consistent.
Yeah. True. No, I totally agree, because if you're getting down on yourself because you had a tiny little misstep, you ate just the tiniest cheese fry, just the tiniest, I mean, barely anything.
Fried chicken.
Look, it's fine. But if you're mad at yourself about it and you're getting down on yourself, you're like, well, now it doesn't matter. Now I can totally stop. Don't stop. Just pick it up the next day. It's fine.
I used to always do that. I would go out and eat and be like, well, I broke my diet. I'll start the next week.
Right.
Just start the next day. You
Just
don't have to wait the next week.
The minute after.
Yeah, the next week turns into the week after that, and then you're not doing anything again.
Right. And then it's been 6 months, and Barbara, you're still on the couch, and I need you to get up.
Got to get up,
Gotta.
Barbara.
Barb. Anyway, guys, I think that pretty much wraps up. So, a few things. One, we're going to be making some more videos, hopefully, if you guys like it. If not, we're still probably going to do it, because it's about us. Second of all, we want you guys to be happy. And also, we want us to be happy. So, we're just going to keep doing what makes us happy, and we're going to put it on video. Right?
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed our video. Like we said, we're not experts. We're not trying to come off as experts. We're just telling you what's worked for us and our experience. And we're hoping maybe it'll like inspire someone else to change their lifestyle or figure out what works for them. I was going to say something else.
Oh, and also, if what makes you happy is to be on the couch, Barbara, by all means, stay on the couch. Do what you want, girlfriend.
Yeah, like, it's just about you at the end of the day. It's not about what people are telling you or what social media is telling you. It's just about what makes you happy. So, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe, in, like, 10 videos, we'll be, like, super fitness models. Probably not. I still got work to do. But, yeah. Go make somebody's day better.
Yeah, this video might be all over the place, but we just wanted to film like an introduction, like a chill video, not super like structured or anything like that. We just wanted to get a video out. We kept, even us, we were making excuses like for a long time and not making videos. But it's 2019, no more time for that. So yeah, this video's all over the place.
Oh, get over it.
Yeah.
Because it's our video. And we're going to do what we want and be happy. Alright, we'll see you in our next video. Peace out.
Peace out. Thanks for watching.